Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Glare, sorry. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. It's been a couple days since I've seen you, but we're back on schedule. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. The weather this week has been really nice, so that's been a pleasant surprise. And the way the weather report is looking for this week, it should be pretty much the same thing. Early, nice 60, 70 degree weather coming up here, I would suppose. Anyway, enough talk about the weather. Let's talk about food, shall we? Yes, we shall. It's just me here tonight, but I've got a very easy dish going on tonight. The episode for this thing shouldn't be very long because I've already got most of the grunt work out of this thing done. But the rest of what we're going to be doing here is just finishing up and getting it in the oven. So let's get to it. So what we've got on the agenda tonight is a chicken Caesar pizza. Give you a little taste about what we are making here tonight. So as you can see, it's got bacon crumbles, it's got the chicken, obviously, and a little bit of Italian seasoning on there. Some more pictures. More pictures. There you go, there's a good one right there. Okay, so let's scroll on down to everything here. So what we're going to need, now this first ingredient, if you want to go this route and you want to already buy the pre-made, pizza crust, you can do this. But if you want to make your own pizza crust, then you can just skip ingredient 1 and make your own pizza crust. I've gotten in the habit of making my own just because I like going hands-on with everything here. And I don't know, just something about making the pizza crust on my own that makes it seem a hell of a lot better than buying the pre-made pizza crust. I mean, granted, I'm sure those things are pretty good, but sorry, temperature. I just like making the pizza crust on my own. So let me give you a look at my pizza crust here. So this is my pizza crust. It's already been cooked and it's ready to go. The only thing I have to do now is just spread out all the ingredients. Now in episodes past, I've used a smaller 12-inch pizza pan for pizzas, and I made 2 of them. Well, a couple of weeks back, I went to Walmart, and I just been thinking about making bigger pizzas. Well, I found me a big pizza pan, make a pizza about 16 inches. So, I mean, this is going to be a massive pizza. It's going to be big, but it's going to be good. Okay, so ingredient 1, pizza crust. If it's store-bought or if it's your own. 3/4 cup of Caesar salad dressing. We're going to use about half of the container here because 3/4 cups is going to be about 6 ounces. So we're going to use a little bit, around about half of this. 1 cup of cooked chicken breast, chopped chicken breast. 5 strips of bacon, cooked and crumbled bacon. Mozzarella, Parmesan, and Italian seasoning. 3/4 cup mozzarella, 1/4 cup Parmesan, and 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So you've got my Italian seasoning right there. Parmesan, mozzarella, ready to go. So let's get down to it and show you the steps. Okay, prepare the pizza crust according to package directions. For the Pillsbury pizza crust I greased a pizza pan, spread the dough to fit, then pre-baked for 8 minutes in a 400-degree oven, which is what I did here. I pre-baked the pizza crust, 8 minutes, 400 degrees, and this is what we've got. Now we are ready to go. So spread the Caesar salad dressing over the pizza crust, leaving a gap around the edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to spread the dressing on the pizza crust, but we're going to leave maybe about an inch, just about an inch or so from the edge here, and we're going to leave that open. We're not going to cover that. So we're not covering every inch of the pizza dough. We're leaving just the edges of the crust uncovered. No toppings, no dressing, nothing. Well, I mean, maybe a little bit of cheese. Okay, so we're gonna spread out. Okay, so I got my Caesar dressing right here. I'm gonna very carefully spread that out. Yummy. All right, so sorry, I'm sampling some of the dressing. All right, so we've got the pizza. So we got the dressing spread out. Like I said, we're leaving about an inch gap. So we're covering every bit around the edges, and then just leaving maybe about an inch uncovered. Step 3, evenly distribute the bacon and chicken evenly twice over the sauce, then top with the mozzarella and Parmesan, and then sprinkle the Italian seasoning on top. So we got our chicken. So it says evenly, spread it evenly over the top. Oops. Luna! Here, Ricky. Sorry, I dropped a couple pieces of chicken. Dropped a couple pieces of chicken on the floor. Just letting the dogs have some of that. Okay. Again, just spread it out as evenly as possible. Might not be very easy to do, but just do your best. Got my bacon. Dropping bacon everywhere. Okay, so I tried. Thank you, George. Thank you, George. So I tried my best to spread it out as evenly as I could. I could have probably used a whole package of bacon to give me a whole lot of coverage on this one, but I mean, the 5 strips that it recommends doesn't really look like enough. Maybe it was just how I cut it. Okay, so that was the chicken, that was the bacon. Time to add our cheese. Give me a second here. Ricky. Rat dog. Rat dog. Okay, start off with the mozzarella. Now it says about a 3/4 cup measurement of mozzarella. I'm gonna estimate here, like I always do. Sorry, trying to do this with one hand is a little difficult. There we go. That's better. Okay, mozzarella is on. Now it's time for the Parmesan. A 1/4 cup of Parmesan, which isn't very much. I don't know. I would say that's maybe about close to a 1/2 cup. So, I mean, not like it's gonna mess anything up if you put a little more Parmesan than what it calls for. I mean, who doesn't like extra cheese on their pizza, right? Ooh, messy. Messy, messy, messy. Oh, excuse me. All right. Pizza's all covered up, ready to go. If you want, just kind of spread it out a little more. If you don't like how the coverage looks on it, then just very gently spread it out a little more. But for the most part, that is it. We are ready to go. Step 3, evenly distribute bacon and chicken over the sauce, top with mozzarella and Parmesan. Sprinkle Italian seasoning on top. Bake an additional 7 to 10 minutes or until crust is golden and cheese is melted. Okay, so we're going to take our Italian seasoning and we are going to sprinkle. It only calls for a 1/4 teaspoon on this, but I mean, you can probably go a little more. Just might not want to overdo it. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit extra on this. Don't want to go too much because you don't want to have too much overkill with the seasoning on there. And we are done. We got our oven set. Whoops, 405. 400. 400. Bake until the cheese is melted and the crust is golden brown, which shouldn't take much longer than where we are at right now. Cook time. What does it say? 7 to 10 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay. So we are done. That was pretty much it with the prep. Like I said, I got most of everything else done before this. I got the chicken cooked. I got the bacon cooked. I got the dough made and cooked. Pre-cooked, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, the only thing I had left to do was just put the toppings on, which didn't really take very long. So let it cook for 7 minutes, 7 to 10, depending on your liking for the pizza crust and the cheese being melted. And tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah. Fight night, right? There is UFC fights on tonight, right? I think so. Anyway, gonna kick back. I'm not watching the fights. I don't have pay-per-view. Jon Jones, right? It is Jon Jones. Okay. So, go Jones. Stay off the cocaine. Don't test positive after. I'm gonna catch heat for that one. I'm kidding. Not like he's watching, but I'm kidding. Anyway, about 5 minutes and change. So let me show you guys briefly what we've got in the lineup for the coming week when I get the kids back. Yes, I know my writing looks like shit, but I understand it. So we're going to be doing something with spaghetti squash a little later on in the week. Yeah, I know it says Caribbean jerk seasoning, but that's going to be for a whole chicken. So we're going to be doing a whole chicken with beer can. I'm going to be doing a beer can chicken this week. Again. But it's going to be different than the beer can chicken that I've done in the past. I came across this recipe last week, and I mean, beer can chicken is not a bad idea. So, I mean, why not? We'll give it a shot and see how this one comes out with different seasoning. Let's give it a shot. Crock pot, stew meat mushrooms, so that should be pretty good. Spaghetti with sun-dried tomatoes, yummy. I think I've made that one before. Spinach and mushroom lasagna rolls. Those, oops, sorry. The lasagna rolls can get a little difficult at times. I mean, I've made the lasagna rolls a few times before. I don't know if I've done them on video yet. I know I've made the lasagna rolls a few times. I've done 2 or 3 variations of them. I've done them with spinach and ricotta and cheese on the inside with the red pepper sauce, roasted red pepper sauce on top. And then I've done another one, which was, I think it was spinach, but with an Alfredo sauce on top. And maybe another time or two how I did it in a different way. But this is going to be different than the times I've done it before. You're doing mushrooms. It's going to be very finely cutting down the mushrooms in a food processor and using that along with the ricotta and some spinach inside the lasagna rolls. So that should be pretty interesting. We will see how that one goes. I'm looking forward to that one. Looking forward to that beer can chicken. Also, too, I went out to the store earlier this week. I went out on Friday. I was at Walmart, and I was looking in the garden grilling area, and I almost bought a griddle. I was like this close to buying a fucking griddle. Excuse my language. I was this close to buying a griddle. I saw one over there for $74, $79 at Walmart. I almost bought it. Whew. It took a lot for me not to want to buy that thing, but I probably will soon. But it's grilling season, baby. Weather's warming up outside. Time to get the grill ready. Time to start getting the smoker back in action. Get my flower pot smoker back up in action. Get that thing tuned up and ready to go. And I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to that one and seeing what else we're going to be doing. Maybe doing some more ribs, I'm sure. Maybe another pork loin, some other good stuff. So let's check on this thing real quick. So we still got roughly about 2 minutes left to cook, but I'm just going to take a quick peek and see what this thing looks like. Ooh, that smells good. Man, that smells good. That looks good. Got about a minute and change. I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to let it cook for just a little bit longer. I'm going to let that 2 minutes go. And, ooh, that smells good. You got the smell from the Italian seasoning and the smell from the Caesar dressing just coming right up and hitting you. Damn, that smells good. That does not sound good. I know you guys hear that. Hopefully that's fireworks. In this city, you never know. It sounded pretty damn close, too. I mean, not like right outside my backyard close, but just a quick hop, skip, and a jump away. So I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway. So we're coming up on about a minute left to go. Guess not. Time's up. Time's up. Let's take this out. So we just looked at this thing about a minute and a half ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. We are done. No, don't need that. So the pizza is done. I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of minutes. You got the cheese all melted. Crust is a nice light golden brown right there. You got the bacon, you got the chicken, you got the dressing underneath that. I gotta say that looks and that smells really good right now. I can't wait to dig into that. Let me get my massive ass pizza cutter here. Okay, one more look at the pizza. I could have probably used some more bacon on there. But, I mean, it looks good, right? Okay. I like it. Big ass pizza. All right, so let me give you a quick rundown of everything again, show you what this was, how to make it, what ingredients it calls for. That way you guys can get a quick look. But I will attach a picture of the food. I will attach a link to the recipe itself, as always. So yeah, do this. Chicken Caesar pizza. So, you know what? Some sun-dried tomatoes would have went good on this thing too. Sun-dried tomatoes. That would have been good. Okay, chicken Caesar pizza. Sorry, I'm brainstorming here. Pizza crust. You can get the store-bought pre-made pizza crust, or you can make your own. 3/4 cup of a Caesar salad dressing. About 1 cup of cooked chicken breast chopped, 5 strips of bacon cooked and crumbled, or you can go a little more, depending on how big your pizza is. Roughly 3/4 cup of mozzarella, 1/4 cup of Parmesan, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I used a little bit more, just for the fact that I wanted to have a little flavor spread out throughout the whole pizza. The ingredients done. The instructions are fairly simple. Prepare the pizza crust according to package directions. For the Pillsbury pre-made pizza crust, grease the pizza pan, spread the dough to fit, pre-bake the pizza crust for 8 minutes in a 400-degree oven. Spread the dressing over the pizza crust, leaving a gap around the edges. Now, as far as the gap goes, again, you're probably going to want to leave about an inch, maybe an inch, between the edge of the pizza crust and where you stop seasoning, where you stop putting the toppings. So as you can see with this one, I got the edge of the crust here, and I've got roughly an inch all the way around where I stopped spreading the dressing. Just so you can let the pizza crust on the edges rise here. So you got that. Evenly distribute the bacon and chicken over the sauce. Top with your cheeses, mozzarella and Parmesan, and then sprinkle Italian seasoning on top. Bake 7 to 10 minutes or until crust is golden and cheese is melted. And then you get this lovely looking pizza, which I cannot wait to taste. Okay, so it is Saturday. I will not be back on tomorrow. I'm picked up a few extra hours tomorrow night, so I will not be back tomorrow. So chances are I will not see you guys again until Monday. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good night. Enjoy the fights. Go Jones. We will see you guys in a couple days. Have a good night. Bye.